Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling Interstellar. It's one of those films where, the deep family story is completely tangled up with some seriously extreme science.
Absolutely. And our goal here is really to cut through some of that complex physics and get right to how it drives the actual plot and, well, the emotional core of it all.
So let's set the stage. We start on Earth, and things are not good.
Not good at all. It's basically dying. You've got this global crop blight, massive dust storms. Humanity's kind of retreated into this simpler agrarian society, but it's failing.
And right in the middle of this, we meet Cooper, ex-NASA pilot, now a farmer.
Yeah.
He stumbles back into the space game because of this weird gravitational thing in his daughter Murph's room.
The ghost, yeah, which, turns out to be coordinates, leads him straight to a hidden NASA base.
And boom, he's back in.
Yeah.
Professor Brand brings him up to speed on the big plans, Plan A and Plan B.
Right. Plan A is the big dream. Solve this gravity equation, build massive ships, and lift humanity off Earth. Plan B is, well, it's the backup. A much bleaker one.
Bleeker is right. Basically, take 5,000 frozen embryos, find a new planet, and start over. Forget everyone left on Earth.
But here's the kicker. The really dark secret Brand was holding on to. He knew Plan A was almost certainly impossible.
Why? What was missing?
They needed data from inside a black hole singularity to solve the gravity equation, something they just couldn't get, or so he thought.
So Plan A was a lie.
Essentially, yeah, a false hope, as the film puts it. It was designed to motivate the crew, including Cooper, to actually go through with the mission, which was always, realistically, about Plan B. The people on Earth were basically sacrificed from the start.
Wow. Okay, that adds a whole layer of weight to Cooper leaving Murph. He thinks he's saving everyone, but Brand knows better.
Exactly. So they launch the Endurance, they head out towards Saturn where this wormhole has appeared.
Placed there by mysterious they, right? This advanced intelligence.
That's the idea. And this wormhole, it needs something called exotic matter, purely theoretical, just to stay open long enough for them to pass through space-time.
And once they're through, they arrive near Gargantua, a supermassive black hole, like 100 million times the mass of our sun.
And this is where Einstein's general relativity really stops being theoretical and starts messing with their lives in a big way. We're talking extreme gravity.
Which means extreme time dilation.
Catastrophic time dilation. They visit Miller's planet first, the water world. It's orbiting Gargantua really closely.
They're down there for, what, 3 hours dealing with those giant waves?
Just about 3 hours, yeah. But because of Gargantua's immense gravity warping space-time, back on the Endurance in orbit and back on Earth, 23 years pass.
23 years, that's devastating. That's Murph growing up, becoming an adult scientist herself while Cooper's barely aged.
It's the physics itself creating this huge emotional chasm. That lost time is everything. It fuels Cooper's desperation.
And that desperation kind of pushes them towards the next big hurdle, right? Dr. Mann.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Mann. Supposedly the bravest, the leader of the previous Lazarus missions, but he cracked under the pressure.
Sent false data saying his planet was habitable, just hoping for a rescue. Led to Romilly's death, tried to kill Cooper.
It's a brutal sequence. And Mann's betrayal, plus the dwindling fuel, forces Cooper into this incredibly risky move. He decides to use Gargantua for a slingshot maneuver to get Brand to the final planet, Edmonds's.
But he has to shed weight. So he detaches, along with the AI TARS, and deliberately falls into the black hole, sacrificing himself, he thinks.
But he doesn't just get crushed into oblivion. This is where they intervene again. He ends up inside the Tesseract.
Okay, the Tesseract. This is maybe the most out there concept. Explain this bit.
Well, the film presents it as this structure built by future humans, they existing within a fifth dimension. And in this higher dimension, time isn't just linear, it becomes a physical dimension, like length, width, height, and duration.
So he can physically navigate through time, at least Murph's time.
Exactly. He can see all moments of her childhood bedroom laid out like a library. But he can't directly interact except through one force. Gravity. It's the only thing suggested to transcend the dimensions. TARS, who gathered the quantum data from the singularity before they detached, feeds it to Cooper.
And Cooper uses gravity to manipulate the second hand on the watch he gave Murph years ago, sends the data back in Morse code.
And in doing that, he closes a loop. He was the ghost in her room all along, sending the initial NASA coordinates and now sending the solution. It's a classic bootstrap paradox.
So the future humans built this whole thing just so Cooper could do that. Why him?
The film suggests it's because of his love for Murph. That intense, maybe irrational connection was the crucial element needed to ensure the very rational, complex data got to the right place the right time. Love as a physical force, almost.
That's a pretty profound idea. And it works. Murph gets the data.
She does. Now, a brilliant physicist herself, she solves Professor Brand's gravity equation. Plan A becomes possible, after all. They build the Cooper stations, these huge cylindrical habitats. Humanity is saved.
But what about Plan B, Amelia Brand?
She made it to Edmund's planet. It is habitable. She's setting up the colony. So in the end, both plans kind of succeed. But Plan A only succeeded because Plan B eventually led to the evolution of they, who could then build the Tesseract to enable Plan A.
Wow, that's quite the loop.
Oh.
Everything depends on everything else happening exactly as it did.
A complete causal loop, yeah. The survival of the species hinged on it.
Okay, so wrapping this up, we've got humanity saved by both plans, linked through this incredible paradox and dimensional manipulation. What's the big takeaway thought here?
Well, if the film posits love as this tangible force, something almost measurable that can transcend space-time, it makes you wonder, right? What about other powerful human drivers? Hope, desperation. Could they also be forces with physical consequences in the universe we just don't understand yet?
That's definitely something to chew on. Thinking about our own motivations as potentially universe-altering forces.
Yeah.
Wild stuff.